realized, you know what? In such times, you can actually raise up God's chosen instrument of power, which is the word of God, the sword of the Spirit, the only offensive weapon in the armor of God. And when you preach that and proclaim that into any chaos, into any trouble, into any era or generation, you will see fruit. It will find people, the lost will be found, the found will be sanctified, and God's work will go on God's way. And I thought that's what this influencer generation needs. We need to bring the word back into the center of whatever the cultural conversation may be at the time. And so that's the preaching side of At The Crux. And so a new podcast is launching this weekend. And I will actually be going through, in my usual culturally relevant style, the book of Revelation line by line through the At The Crux podcast launching this weekend. So that's the first part of it. The second part of it is the projects. And you alluded, Neil, in the introduction to the fact that the particular project we're now working on is called Proto. I don't know whether that'll be its final name or its code name, probably its final name. But it is something like a digital education tool for teachers, for home educators, for families. And the idea there is that we would be able to provide something that gives a really strong Christian education and grounding to children in a way that is really technologically advanced and takes care of all the heavy lifting that parents in the home education movement currently have to do. It will create the resources they need to teach their child. It will put together the syllabus. It will give them the teaching calendar. It will, make it as simple as possible